in my guts, I feel that this is going to be a great prosperous year for investors. So looking forward to an absolute fabulous new year as well, with even more fatakas. Thank you.
Absolutely. And Mitessh, I mean, in terms of, and before we talk about today's trading session, I want to extend that slightly longer term question to you. Now, if you ask market pundits, the feeling in most people, that gut feeling is that it's getting better from here. Things are resolving. FPI selling is resolving. Maybe US-India issues and trade issues, they're resolving as well. Earnings seem to be turning around. So all the fundamental chatter is getting increasingly positive. Do you see some sort of that build up on the charts as well, medium term?
Good afternoon, Sophie, and Diwali wishes to you, the entire CNBC family. I think there's something, which is very interesting. Now, we had a monthly high of 25,810 in September 24, went down all the way to about 21,500, came to about 25,500, which was the closing high in June, and that completed what we call as a cup. Then we had a couple of months of pullback till August, and then we have kind of started moving up. So this looks like, slightly twisted, but a variation of a cup and handle pattern, which is quite bullish. Now, what is left on the upside is the earlier highs. The Nifty is yet to clear the highs of 26,200, which is where we had the 26,180, which is where we had the weekly high. But overall, the pattern is bullish on the monthly charts, which means that typically, once we clear this 26,000, 26,200 band, I think we should brace ourselves for a test of at least, if, not an aggressive side, 27,500, but on a logical side, I think this could be a 29,000, 29,500 kind of an index reading over the next few months. So yes, the long-term charts have slightly started shifting on the upside. A final breakout will come, once we get into new highs.
Okay, all right. Good afternoon, gentlemen, and welcome to the show, and happy Diwali to both of you all as well as your families as well. Dipan, I'm coming across to you. I think the Alcob BEV space is something that you've liked, but let's get in your picks for the year. If you could be gracious enough and give us two stock picks that investors should watch out for the next year. Go ahead, Dipan.
Hey, Nigel, happy Diwali to you as well, and good afternoon. I think, you said the names of the companies. So Allied Blenders, which is India's largest Alcob BEV company in terms of volume, is definitely one of the top picks investors would look at. Disclosure, we and our clients are invested. And look at the numbers which have come through, phenomenal last 2-3 quarters. They're moving up the value chain. More and more premiumization is helping grow the margins, and a lot of the kind of brands and the kind of network which they have, the strength which they have, they're really playing to it. But, a hit and miss, a really great stock to look at of the high risk, high return is Tilak Nagar Industries. Because they have this problem with Mansion House, and if something were to happen over there, then you will see a steep correction. But if Mansion House remains within their stable and the new acquisition which they have done, if they're able to integrate it well and grow that business, then this will be one of the leading Alcob BEV companies. Valuations are reasonable, much more reasonable compared to its peer group. So I think if you just stick to these two companies in the Alcob BEV industry, I think you should do pretty much fine. But as I said, I think this is an industry where you could expect earnings volatility because there's a lot of state government and local regulations which need to be followed. And those changes do tend to impact performance from time to time.
Okay, so Alcob BEV indeed is the sector of choice, it seems, in some stock ideas there as well. Mitessh, quickly, Diwali picks, what do you have for us?
I have two stocks. DCB Bank was just discussed, and again, this is one stock where the long-term charts have turned extremely positive. So take a slightly deeper stock at about 143, 142, which is roughly about 70% from here. The way the stock price is broken out of the recent monthly highs, I think good chance that we are looking at 200 kind of a target. So you have a good risk-reward equation, a 12, 13 point kind of a risk against a 50-odd point kind of a profit possibility over the next few months. So that's very, very positive for me. The other stock which I like which I think can be good from a trading point of view as well, and disclaimer that we have some positions is Torrent Power. That's something which the long-term charts are pretty good, and the short-term charts are also now turning on the upside. So my sense is that the stock in the medium term, I would look at a target of around 1550, but then in the longer term, possibly beyond 1700. But in the short term as well, as long as the stock is about 1280, I think good chance that we could see a first rally to about 1370, and in a good case, 1450 to 1460 on the upside.
Torrent Power and DCB Bank, and of course 2 Alcob names for Dipan. Gentlemen, happy Diwali to both of you. Lovely to see you on Mahurat Day. Thank you both for joining us today, and here's to a very profitable Samvat 2082 to both of you, and of course to everyone as well as